Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. So, mining shed adventures, right? So, I was trying to find some fitting music, but let me try to turn this down a little bit. I don't know how loud that is on your end. So, anyway, what's good, guys? So I got a lot going on. I'm just looking around a bit. This is popcorn time, so be ready with the halving of Bitcoin. And I hope to illustrate that here today for you. Let me know in the chat, is the music too loud? So I'm just gonna rock with it, you dig? But how y'all doing? Got 10 people in here. What's up, guys? So I've got an S19J Pro, 104 terahash, but I've got spoofers on it, removed the fans. You know what? Let me try to get this mic a little closer. Remove the fans, put the AC Infinity on. I finally got all the cable, the wire, the trip light. I got all the electrical installed. It's loud. All right, cool. Thank you, Glenn. Give me just a sec, bro. I'll turn that down just un momento, por favor. All right, let's try that. Is that any better? That's music down to 24. Is it still loud? So anyway, I got the AC Infinity duct fan, the 8-inch, the S8 version, and to pump out the hot air out of the shed. And I'm also going to be running AC Infinity, like a T12 or a T14, like a 12 or 14 inch. The 14 inch, it's better, cool deal. Is it still like a little too loud? Or, you know what, I'll just turn it down just a little bit more. My bad, guys. My bad. I just, let's see. That's at 21. All right. Better. All right, cool deal. So anyway, the S21. I wish right now. Now the S21 Pro is going to be coming out here shortly, which is said to render all the S19s obsolete. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that we're going to see a hash rate increase on Digibyte of SHA-256. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it. The evidence, I hope to show you here in just a bit, but right now I'm just kind of rambling. Just let a few people come in. 15 people. What's good, guys? Comments are open, so ask a question. I'll maybe down to 15. All right. It's 21. All right, that's 17. Got to compromise here, right? That's what the thing down to 17. But I got miners going on behind me. They're just S-Crypt miners. I got two of them in this room. And then the S19 is right next to me, but I got the fan shrouds hooked up to it, the AC Infinity fan. It's just blowing right on me. But it's not connected. It's not turned on yet. This has got to go out in the shed, but I've got to, I got internet out to the shed now. I've got the L6 30p, outlets. I've got 30 amp outlets out in the shed now. So I had to get an electrician to run 10 gauge wire out to the shed on each leg or on each side of the duplex out into the shed. I'm just going to be gutting the shed. So all the sheetrock and even two walls I'm going to be taking down in the shed. I just want it one big shed just for me. I'm no longer going to split the shed with a tenant or Airbnb or any of that. I'm just going to turn it into a straight up mining shed. Now, I do have the ability to add an additional 200 amp box or panel to the backside of the shed, because from the two 200 amp panels from the light pole, I've got that, but I've also got a 2-inch conduit run underneath the driveways, all the new driveways and all, out to the back. And currently I've got the hot tub connected to it, and I think that's like a 50 amp off of it. But running through the same line, or running through the same conduit, I'm gonna have I could have an additional 200 amp panel installed onto the shed with a separate meter and all that. That'll give me 5 more 30 amp legs to the shed, and I currently have 2, so that'll be 7 total. So, and like if I were to get an L7 on S-Crypt or an S21, each of those run about 3,500 watts. Now the beautiful thing about the S7, yeah, it's like $7,500 or something like that, but you know, the thing is that I have to look at the amount of wattage and amperage consumed. So an L3 is at 504 megahash is roughly 600 and some change to 700 watts, because I've got them tuned down a bit. And so, but that's for each one. Now the L7 is like 21 of those units. So let me get out my calculator right quick. That was not what I wanted to do. All right, calculator. Let's see. Let's just take 600 watts on the low end. So 600 watts times 21 would be 12,600 watts to run 21 L3s at 600 watts, you know, minus 3,500 watts, which is what an L7 is. And that's a difference of 9,100 watts that would increase the ROI on an L7 versus the L3s. Now, the L3s, I don't see them as going away. I mean, especially like on Litecoin, Dogecoin, merge mining, which is what I'm currently doing with it. Right now, it's not profitable whatsoever to mine Litecoin. It actually sucks. And as well on Digibyte, the L3, maybe if I solo mine one on Digibyte, but I've bounced around from pool to pool, and I don't know. It ain't working for me. So yeah. Same thing with the S21. That's a 200 terahash. And 200 terahash at 3,500 watts as compared to an S19J Pro at 122 terahash, which is what I currently have. Now, I could overclock it and all that and overcool it and all this kind of fun stuff, you know, really, really geek out on it or nerd out on it, but whatever. I don't know. We'll see in time. You know, right now I just want to get the shed up and running, and you know, I got the L3s out in the shed. Well, several of them. I got 2 of them still in the house. You know, and it's hot. It is hot in the house. AC's on, you know, all that. So, but still, it's a little too much. For inside there. It's great during the winter, especially since I elevated the property and, you know, I elevated a concrete slab 5 feet. But the bad thing is during the wintertime, the air goes through underneath that 5-foot section and kind of cools off that concrete slab. I got 2 different ideas, right? So if I do the immersion mining, if I do that, the radiator, could I then just run the radiator and pipe that through? Like when I lived in Colorado, we had heated floors, and you know, I don't know if I'd be able, if that would be an option, just to allow the heat from the miners to then warm up the floor during the wintertime. So just a thought, you know, instead of you know, I gotta pay for the electricity anyway. That also gets into another cool point that I thought of. Okay, like I run everything, all my revenue and stuff runs through the trust. So I've been in crypto since 2014. I wrote history for the disabled, and I wrote history in in crypto for the disabled. In that, some of these other mouthpieces out here, are just flat out wrong. Everything they say that you can't do, I'm doing. I've already done it. So what I do is I use the EIN number of the trust to funnel all of my all the revenue through revenue and expenses, and my social. I just get Social Security, disability, and Medicare. So they say that you can't own assets, you can't do this, you can't own a business, you can't own rental property. Well, guess what? You're wrong. I did it. Hopefully, I can set a path for other people who are disabled, who either want to invest in crypto, or who, at that point, after they've invested in crypto for a few years, and they have questions on taking profit, of how to structure themselves in such a way. So yeah. Welcome, guys. 26 in the room. Welcome. Just really getting started here. So comments are open. So leave a comment. I'll do my best to answer it, and we'll go from there. So the halving of Bitcoin Cash. Let me see if I can't share that screen instead, right? Let me see something here. Which one is this? All right. So here's I think you can see this. This is Bitcoin Cash. And if you're wondering, this is from coinwars.com, which is where I'm getting this information. Just watching. So right now, Bitcoin Cash is down to 2.69 exahash. And it was at 8 exahash. So since the Bitcoin Cash halving, it's gone from 8 exahash, and I watch it fall off a cliff down to 1.2 exahash within, 3-4 days of the Bitcoin Cash halving. Now, the interesting thing here that I'm watching is, popcorn ready for Bitcoin. Let's see if I can show that. Let's see, share this screen. All right, so right now, Bitcoin's hash rate is at 694 exahash. Now, Bitcoin's hash did fall down to like 550, I want to say, maybe a little lower, just roughly. But now it's back up to 694. My theory here is that those people in Bitcoin Cash on SHA-256 have migrated over to Bitcoin for the time being, and seeking refuge until the Bitcoin halving. And I'm of the opinion that price must go up or mining will migrate. And, from a Digibyte perspective, let's see. The hash rate on Digibyte is kind of like mellowed out. Digibyte went from 80 petahash to, 140 petahash. So a lot of miners have actually gone over to Digibyte. Think of it this way. 1,000 petahash is 1 exahash, or 1,000 terahash is 1 petahash. So think about that. If I'm running 122 terahash, that means that 1,000 of me, right, would equal 1 petahash. So that's an increase of 40,000 of me. So I think that these big outfits, these large, billion-dollar mining facilities are actually just pulling the plug. And that's why I'm saying that I'm seeing this in a different way, I guess, because I am a miner than most people. I'm seeing that if you were not profitable, would you unplug? And I'm not talking about just the electricity and whatnot, and the cost of the equipment. I'm not speaking on a ROI. I'm just saying as a dollar cost average, So let me get back over here. Maybe down to 15. You still here, Gladden? What's good, guys? So yeah, I'm of the opinion that these different mining facilities have either already unplugged or are switching through SHA-256 to other coins that are profitable at the moment, and in at which time, when the S21 Pro is released, then what? Yeah, you're all these other big guys like Red Panda and Voss. They're saying that it's going to be like the death of the S19. Well, I disagree. I do. I think that they will have a place in mining, just like the L3 or the S9. Still, I know people that run an S9 just as a lotto miner on SHA-256. Instead of this bullshit that they try to sell you. Because one guy happened to find a block on Bitcoin because everyone was pool mining at the time, right? And a little, thumb drive, this or that, just a bunch of USB plugins with an ASIC apiece, or 3 ASICs on that one thumb drive. Look, it's cool, but, in my opinion, they call that a gimmick. You're talking 3 ASIC chips. Okay, and I've got, 72 ASICs per board with 3 of them in there, and you think you can compete with that? I mean, I don't get it. Like I said, to me, it's a gimmick. Get it if you want to, whatever. But, the hashes continued to go up, and I kind of had this little debate with Rice the other day, and, other people like him are telling me that, well, Bitcoin always goes up. I'm sorry, but wasn't that the same thing in 2008? Doesn't housing always go up? So I have a difference of opinion here. I mean, most people can't afford just a S21 as it is, much less the latest, greatest S21 Pro. And what the hell is that even going to cost? 20, 30 grand like these other Caspa miners? I don't see it. And, from a Digibyte perspective on SHA-256, look, I welcome y'all. Look, I want to see the hash on Digibyte go through the roof. I really do. On SHA-256. Some people, like, what's his name? Josiah, even told me, said that SHA-256 is actually Digibyte's what do you call that? It's its weakest link with the 5 algorithms. And it might be. I don't know, but I would like to see SHA-256 pick up on Digibyte. There's some other stuff I really don't want to say just yet. I want to speak to Jared first on a mining pool. Some of y'all knows, but, kind of keep that on the down low. So anyway, what's good, guys? Maybe down to 15. All right, the music's good now? Cool. Or the audio's good, better, whatever. All right. So what are y'all up to today? Beautiful day outside, but I got a lot going on. You know what? If y'all answer in the chat, do y'all want me to put out a link? Because I can share a link in the chat if y'all want to join in. If y'all have questions, whatnot, post them in the chat, or you can join this a live stream broadcasted to several different platforms. So if you have questions, ask away. If I don't know, I will tell you that I don't know. I'm not going to try to wing it and tell you something that is, horse pucky, right? So yeah, I think fireworks over the next 2 weeks. I see everyone going into Bitcoin, SHA-256, for refuge, seeking shelter until the halving of Bitcoin. Because what happens? Well, the blocks. Okay, so right now you currently get 6.25 Bitcoin per block that you solve. And if you're not solo mining Bitcoin, you're pool mining. If one person solves a block in every 10 minutes, then that 6.25 Bitcoin gets dispersed and evenly distributed to everyone in the pool. Well, if you solo mine, you get 6.25 Bitcoin. And that was kind of the craze with the little thumb drive plug-in ASICs that, like I said, that's a gimmick. It got cool RGB lights. That appeals to some people, so whatever. But as far as solo mining, I see a lot of S19s are going to head that way to solo mine, just like the S9s did after the S19s came about. Because, the S21 is 200 terahash, but how much is the S21 Pro going to be? I don't know yet. And what's the cost of that unit going to be? So is the ROI going to be the same? I doubt it. I highly doubt it. And yet again, I've been buying miners off of eBay. And shout out to One Free Hive on eBay. That's a huge mining farm in, I think, Ohio. And I've purchased several, 8 or so miners from him. And everyone that I've gotten checks out excellent. I would say they're decently clean. They're not like refurbished. I take them completely apart and refurbish them, dip them in denatured alcohol, let them dry, put them all back together, clean them up, and then reflash the firmware. So, but yeah, y'all go check out One Free Hive. Tell him Blind Dave sent you. So, cool group of people there on eBay selling old miners. So if you're in the market, I'd go take a look there. He is in the United States, so there's no tariffs or any of that. He's got different miners up there for sale or best offer. So make him an offer. Tell him Blind Dave sent you. Cool people. So let's see. What y'all up to? Am I still accumulating persistence, XPRT? No, I'm not. I'm just letting it run and continue to just compound the rewards. So I stopped. I haven't been purchasing, mainly because I'm not going to KYC anything else anymore. I'm done with KYC. That's the point of me going into mining. It is because every exchange wants me to KYC, and where I was getting persistence, XPRT, was on KuCoin. Now, KuCoin's got draconian measures too. So, I don't know. There's another option that I could do. It's like I could get I would still have to KYC, but I would have to get an ID, like a dual citizenship to like Palau or something like that in order to KYC to all of these other exchanges. Because otherwise, if you're a U.S. citizen, you're SOL. So, what's the cost of mining one block now? I don't know. Right now, I'm pool mining, but the S19J Pro, I think I'm about to dip my toe in the water on solo mining on a few of these. So. Right now, none of my miners have mined a block. And that's why I'm laughing at these different USB, scams, I would say. I mean, when they first came out, yeah, maybe. It's a lotto, dude. Whatever. I mean, if it works for you, great. But I'd rather deploy that money somewhere else to a real miner. Because 3 ASICs compared to 72 ASICs per board times 3... in a S19, I think that's just that's obscene. That's crazy. Let's see, sarcastic voice. Okay, why would a Bitcoin maxis who gets on Spaces, Twitter, and talk about price for 3 hours straight, why would they migrate to a chain that's profitable? I don't know, dude. They might not, and they might just unplug and let the miner collect us, and I don't know, go KYC at the exchange. But the thing is that if they are a maxi, right, they would also realize the importance of supporting the network. So I don't know. Either they're going to operate in and default on their operations, or follow the money. So I'm of the opinion that and I don't see. I'm not speaking of the degen that's got 4 miners in the basement, dude. I'm talking to these multi-billion-dollar enterprises out there mining. I mean, the degen, you're always going to have someone like me that's going to leave a miner or 2 or 10 plugged in. You're always going to have someone like me out there. And I get it. But I think it would behoove them to maybe expand their horizons a bit. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see. Ryan O'Neill, what's good, man? I understand what you are, JH, with the hash on Bitcoin Cash, and Digibyte, but wouldn't this same scenario have happened exactly 4 years ago? No, it would not have. By Moore's law, that is incorrect. Moore's law has a doubling every year or every 2 years. So by Moore's law and latest greatest equipment coming out, like the S21 Pro, I think you're going to see hash go up due to those the bigwig miners coming out, or those miners coming out. But no, anyone with a S19 or earlier, I think they're going to migrate into Digibyte, honestly, because either price must go up or miners migrate. Your choice. Are saying hashtag. I don't know. No comprende. The big fish. Yeah, the big fish. Big red. Bull red. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't had a red fish in a while, man. So, no, would this have happened 4 years ago? Well, look at the hash from 4 years ago and look at the increase of mining that came onto SHA-256. So no, if it's not profitable, I don't see the miners continuing. Like I said, you're always going to have a degen out there, but that's not who I'm speaking to. I mean, you got guys in Bitcoin that just Bitcoin or die. And look, I get it, I do, but think about this as well. Here's another scenario for you. With Moore's law and AI right around the corner, I mean, like next year kind of around the corner, and AI is already working on its own hardware right now to crack SHA-256. Wouldn't you think it would be beneficial to look at who is quantum resistant, or at least has the ability to replace an algorithm on whichever chain? So, I mean, if that does become a thing in the next year of AI actually succeeding and being able to crack SHA-256, whether it's a year or 2 years, I don't know. But the moment that happens and that switch does get flipped, one of two things is going to happen. Either at that point, I could actually shut down the entire blockchain, and there will be no more blocks, and you won't know the day or the hour, and I can shut the whole blockchain down. And then I can go after whichever other SHA-256 is out there with that. And at the same time, render every ASIC on the planet obsolete. So then what? The other option is if I were BlackRock with the funds to fund it, right? And here again, how does the Department of Justice send out $2 billion to Coinbase? Did BlackRock need more liquidity? I mean, here again, BlackRock is trying to source 10,000 Bitcoin per day. Only 900 are minted daily. And that's about to halve down to 450. So, yeah, price go up or mining migrates. Your choice. But, I don't hear anyone else discussing these things. So, who knows, dude? Maybe I am nuts. I don't know. Maybe I am crazy. But what is normal? Right? What is normal? So I don't know. Y'all tell me in the chat. Am I knucking futs? I might be. 45 people. What's good? What's good, guys? So yeah, I am looking about. Let's see. Let's share screen. Where'd it go? On it. So right now, Bitcoin is at 69,000. Where's Bitcoin Cash? Excuse me. 684. That's up quite a bit because I was buying Bitcoin Cash at like 120 bucks. You know, telling people about it then. You know, it did have a price increase. My question is it profitable to mine Bitcoin Cash right now? No, it isn't. Because you were basically just treading water before at the mining rewards then. So now it's half that. The difference is that Bitcoin Cash actually implemented DigiShield Multi-Shield from Digibyte at the fork. So that way, during the hash wars, then the blockchain would not be able to be shut down like Doge was back in 2014. Because these different pool miners can jump from chain to chain and actually, if you have a large increase or a large decrease in hash, you can actually slow the chain quite a bit. So in order to stop that, Bitcoin Cash implemented DigiShield Multi-Shield from Digibyte. And that's a beautiful thing because now I get to see in real time what's the hash difficulty doing in real time, because there's only a few out there that have real-time difficulty adjustment. Bitcoin has a 2-week difficulty adjustment, and that's what I'm saying. Those different things are issues with Bitcoin that other people I don't think have thought through yet. So right now it's just follow the leader and the almighty, the dude that walks on water, the Michael Saylor dude. I mean, his theories are correct, most of them. Is he a miner? No. And what happens with mining? The miners dictate what goes on. So, at least currently, we're going to see what happens in 2035 because Digibyte will be the first to have mined out all of its coins into existence. So that's going to be interesting. Many people in Litecoin said, yeah, but, it's great that Doge, merge mine. Look, I get it. I do. Because what happens in the year 2159 for Bitcoin and for Litecoin when there are no more to be mined? Well, Doge actually is the most profitable on Scrypt. And in my opinion, that's what's keeping Litecoin moving forward. Because the merge mine does make it actually decently profitable. Yeah, because since the previous halving of Litecoin, I mean, that's the payouts are garbage, really. I mean, right now on 8 L3s, I think I get like 0.012 a day. something like that. 1.2 or 1.6, I forget, but it's like it's not much. Like, and Litecoin's only $100, roughly. Just close enough for. Anyway, but yeah, to the Litecoin community, you want to know what's going to happen when, well, like they say, if anything does happen with Doge, and they do have to go back to just Litecoin, well, instead of merge mining, if that day does arise, then what happens in the year 2159 when there are no block rewards? Well, we're going to see that in the year 2035. So you got 11 years to see what happens. And all those coins in Digibyte will be mined into existence. That's the other thing with BlackRock. And in my opinion, the 2 billion that hasn't moved since Silk Road suddenly moves. Is that like going to be like a ransom or something for a quantum computer? I mean, first off, I don't like the word quantum because every definition of quantum that I have found is absolute bullshit. I mean, it is quantum, right? The moon and the stars and all of this psychic bullshit, and then, quantum, these space cadets, really, and astrology and all that. Every sense of the meaning of the word quantum is fake, phony, and false, and intended to play on your emotion. However, if such a computer could be built, and who has the money to build it, right? Who has the funds to do it? That's where I'm headed with that. But in that day, I could either shut down the chain and you won't be able to move any amount of funds because at that point the blocks are shut down. The entire chain's shut down again because Bitcoin shut down once in 2010 and a second time in 2013. So if something similar happens again, and there is this magic, computer that is built by BlackRock, the other thing that I could do is I could actually mine the rest of the coins of that chain into existence all the way till the year 2159. So how else do you gain control of a blockchain which has already sold itself out to corporate and to Wall Street? To me, you're a sellout. I mean, you're a sellout. Yes, you're the grandfather. You're the reason why crypto exists. I give you that. But these other chains are the future of blockchain innovation. Because what have you created lately, other than a layer 2, which infringes upon Reggie Middleton's patent? So good luck with that. Just saying. I'm not for a layer 2. I'm for a layer 1 solution. So anyway, I gotta light a stogie. All right, let's see. Bitcoin. I mean, I own Bitcoin. I don't see, during the time of congestion, that's where I see other chains really. I mean, let's look at 2017. Let me go to all. Wait, can y'all even see that? No, you can't. Maybe you can. Let me see, view. Okay, cool. So let's go to all, right? So in all, let's go back to 2017. I want to say it was this dip over here. Well, actually, it's just a little lower, so it'd be right in the middle. So I don't know. That's got to be January 2018. That's got to be the run that I'm discussing. But I haven't yet touched my mouse on it. But in 2017... Bitcoin was $1,000 January 1st, and on December 31st it was 16,500. So that's a 16.5x. Well, what happens with other coins if you're only in Bitcoin? Well, if you're only in Bitcoin, number go up. You've done well. since then from $1,000 to 70,000. I give you that. But most people don't have those kind of funds to just drop, $10 million into Bitcoin. I mean, do you? And if you had $10 million, would you put it all into Bitcoin? I don't know. Maybe y'all should go ask that quarterback in FTX, or Shaq or whoever else, right? Because they were only invested in one thing. That makes no investment sense to me whatsoever. However, let's go to 2017 January. 2016 January. Come on. It was roughly $1,000. Yeah, roughly $1,000 January, beginning of January. Well, then if you go to December, where did you go? December, it was like 16.5, something like that. January 1, so 17 grand. Okay, so you got a 17x, right? But that price is not for you or for me. That's for the people pulling the strings at the exchanges. Remember, like when Bitcoin Cash forked from Bitcoin? Yeah, the price was $3,500, but you couldn't trade it anywhere. That was only being traded on Coinbase, and you couldn't even withdraw it. Nothing. It wasn't yours. By the time it was yours, what was it worth? $1,000 maybe, if that. 800 maybe. So backroom deals is what I think. But yeah, let's go to. How do I get? Let me see. Just for comparison, right? Where's Digibyte in there? I know you're in there. Where did you go? Let's see. Oh, went too far. Come on, there you are. All right. I mean, I'm just doing a simple comparison. This is not religion to me. This is not gospel. I do not read from the Book of Satoshi, except for the white paper. That's it. In the Genesis block. That's it. I don't believe in the book of Saylor or Max Kaiser or some of these other people. Okay, so anyway, besides the point. So let's go to 2017 on Digibyte. 2017, it was like 0.002, it was like 3 zeros, 25, something like that. You see it there on your screen, right? 0.00025, and I think it went to like 14 cents. And if you do the math there, from 0.00025 to 14 cents, it's like a 280x, dude. Compared to, where is it? Come on, play nice. There you go, 14 and some change, almost 15 cents as a high. But, again, that price is not for you or for I. So, I mean, somewhere in the middle, but still, you're talking a 280x compared to, what, a 17x? So, I mean, as a swing trader and a hodler, because every cycle, just hodl, just buy and hold. Yeah, over time, but I've been through this shit 3 cycles. I want mines, right? So, last cycle, I took a good bit of profit, a good bit of profit. And, I've still got a decent amount in the market right now, but I'm looking at other ways that I can increase my dollar cost average to go into crypto. I still do have respect for Bitcoin. I just question what happens then. And I don't hear anyone else discussing these things. And these are issues, these are flaws that Bitcoin has. Like only one algorithm, and like, let me get back over here. So like what Rice told me was, that price always does go up. It would have done that already. I get that, but now we're in a day of hyper Bitcoinization, if you will, with the price. It's not the same Bitcoin as far as from a libertarian anarchist point of view. It's not the same as when we started all of this. I mean, because I was actually here in 2011 and I couldn't figure out I had the config screen and everything. I couldn't figure out where to paste the wallet address to CPU mine Bitcoin. Then I went blind. And it wasn't till 2014 till I found Bitcoin again. And at that time, ASICs were here. So it's like, it's gone, it's shot. And then at that point, how are you going to afford the latest greatest ASIC? And I don't see that moving forward. That's why I'm saying I see the hash rate migrating to other chains like that of Digibyte. I mean, right now, yes, it is profitable to mine Purecoin, but good luck with that. Where does Coinbase even have Purecoin? I don't know. I know Gemini doesn't. Does Crypto.com? I mean, I'm not looking at it right now. I'm not even interested in Purecoin. I mean, if it works for you, great. I'm happy for you. But, that gets back to the Maxi thing. But yet again, Maxis, I've debated many. And there seems to be a disconnect there. It's like only memorization and regurgitation. There's no independent thought process there. It's just, Roger Ver is our savior. Now Roger Ver is the damn devil. And then, now this guy's our savior. And then what happens shortly after? I mean, Michael Saylor lost how many billions of dollars for people back in the .com? Thanks, dude, but no thanks. This isn't a Michael Saylor show. I don't mean to get off on the guy. It's just, you decide. This is just a grand experiment in computer science. That's it. And for some people, to me, it makes no sense. It really doesn't, right? That's like somebody, that's like family and friends that in a barroom brawl, they're ready to die for Alabama, right? The football team, Alabama versus Auburn or, whomever, LSU, whomever. But these motherfuckers didn't even go to school. I mean, you graduated high school or you got a good enough diploma. And you got your GED, and you never even stepped foot on the campus. But yet you're willing to die in a fight, in a barroom brawl over something, it's a game, dude. I understand you got team spirit, right? But, I mean, I get that. I do. And I own Bitcoin. I've owned Bitcoin since 2014, right after Mt. Gox, thankfully. But, all the way from 500 to 400 down to 250 and some change. And that's where I acquired my Bitcoin. Now, but back then, who knew? Who knew it was going to 20 grand? No one did. I didn't. I just saw it as shit. I 3x'd on my money. Now I can buy, 3 times the amount of gold that I want. And I actually did that, but I also sold 26 Bitcoin back then at $1,200 in 2017. And what I did with that was I paid off credit card debt with that 26 Bitcoin that I sold. And in my mind, I won because, like I said, who knew it was going to that crazy price? And then afterwards, it crashed all the way down to $3 grand back in 2019. Because I remember when my father passed in 2019, he had 12 grand worth in Aflac stock. He used to work for Aflac. Dad always did life, health, and accident and cancer and that kind of stuff and insurance. And Mother Dearest was property and casualty. She was the vice president of the largest P&C company in the southeast of the United States. And, when Dad passed, I told Mother Dearest, I said, look, let's just take the 12 grand, throw it into Bitcoin. That was at 3 grand. Well, what's that worth today? I mean, Bitcoin's what, 70 grand? That would have been what, 4 Bitcoin. So 4 times 7 is 28, so 280 grand. But no, Mother Dearest didn't want to do that. She bought a fucking closet. She wanted a closet in our house. Now, if I want to sell the house, like when Mother Dearest does pass, now in my mind, you got a $280,000 closet, and you did it in mahogany. I'd have done the shit in cedar. Why mahogany? I don't. But besides the point again, But I mean, to me, that's a $280,000 flipping closet. I mean, really, that's what it is to me. And so now, if I ever want to sell that piece of property, I got to redo every closet to match. I don't know. I don't think I will. Because my parents were so upset when I told them that when they did pass, I was going to sell their home, and I will. They were, just completely distraught. They were messed up mentally on it, and I put it really simple. I gave them my blindfold. I put the blindfold on them, and I said, okay, give me the keys to your car, and here's $10. Go get me a gallon of milk on foot with a blindfold. You go do that for me. Because guess what? It's like 10 miles from their house in any whichever direction, whether it's to go get gas, and a gas station sells milk for, I don't know, probably $20 now. And at that time, they didn't understand my condition being blind, and me explaining to them, I have no transportation here. I have no way that I can walk to a grocery store. I have no way to get, I can't walk to my doctors. I can't walk to get prescriptions, that sort of thing. It wasn't until that moment that they finally understood. Where my rental property is dead center, right in the middle of everything in New Orleans. I can just walk anywhere and just go get whatever I need. I'm 1 block away from public transportation. I can go down to the Greyhound station. I can go to Amtrak. I can go to, the airport, right from where I am. It's not far. I'm actually midway between the airport and downtown New Orleans. So I'm like right in the middle. And that's why I'm doing Airbnb. So that way then, all the money that I took last cycle, that was to fix up my house and to go get a guide dog at Southeastern Guide Dogs. And I still do intend on doing that, but I'm not even halfway finished with the property. I mean, I still got drywall to do next door. I've been waiting on electrical. Finally, electrical's done. But now I got to do the networking and run, I'm running Cat 7 everywhere. I know they have Cat 8 and all, but look, their nose is still too high in the air for me right now. They're still too proud of it. So Cat 7, look, I'll never reach Cat 7 capabilities. I just, Cat 6 would have worked fine for what I'm doing and routing stuff throughout the house, and then a wired or mesh Wi-Fi network and all this, the Eero, that kind of stuff. And then I just got fiber, upgraded the fiber. So I've had a lot go on and in short order. And then, my thought with the mining is that in the not too distant future, I don't think that you'll be able to buy miners. Every cycle I've seen the price of miners 5x. So I don't know. I might have some for sale one day. I probably will, actually, because I would like to swap out these L3s, most of them. I'll keep 1 or 2 here or there just for nostalgia. I mean, just even a place in a bookcase to me, that is art. That is history to me. And that's what we're in crypto. We're writing history right now. Never before have we had this opportunity. And, you know, I listen to other people who, you know, like Miss Lynette Zhang. I'm sorry, but I can't listen to you. I mean, I just don't. Years ago, you come out with this bullshit about super nodes and them ruling the world. I call bullshit on all of that. And then, you know, this latest video, I mean, telling people that every bit of crypto is centralized. You're full of shit. You are full of shit, lady. And, you know, look, I get it. Another Peter Schiff, right? You know, selling gold. I get it. You know, but then to tell people, in my opinion, bad advice by saying don't buy any crypto, only buy gold and silver. And, you know, and then saying that, you know, when legislation hits and it is regulated and all this, then you'll buy. Then you might buy. Well, I'm sorry, but you're going to miss the boat. You know, I got a nice little spot in that dinghy up on the Titanic. I'm good. You know, I'm diversified. I'm into many different assets. It's not all crypto. It's not all gold. It's not all silver. But it is all assets. So, I don't know. I can shoot holes in a lot of different people's things. And, you know, I'd like someone to shoot some holes in my thoughts, honestly. I would honestly like a debate. And honestly, I would like to debate Jared Tate. I would. Because I think I'm correct. And I would like his input on that. And I'm not saying some knockout, drag out debate, nothing like, no, a discussion, right? A discussion on fundamentals of crypto on SHA-256 and the impacts that this will have moving forward. You know, including the other things that I just said, you know, from almost said Ohm's law, but no, from Moore's law to quantum computing to, you know, SHA-256 to the ability of being able to replace an algorithm of SHA-256 with crystal is the lithium or lithium is the crystal, whatever that is, you know, a different algorithm altogether that is quantum resistant. However, with 5 algorithms and the ability to run on 4 and being able to swap one out at the same time, but yet still function, I think that will have a huge impact in the future. So, anywho, that's an hour rant. 64 people. What's good, guys? Let me get back over here and see what y'all are up to. Where's the cost of mining one block? I already went through that. I don't know. Sarcastic voice. Let's see. I understand what you are, Day JH. I don't. With the hash on Bitcoin Cash, and Digibyte. But wouldn't the same scenario have happened exactly? Yeah, I already answered that. Are saying hashtag. Okay. The big fish, the red fish. 1 + 1 = 4. Right. Ryan O'Neill, have you looked much at this Theta Edge Cloud release that's coming soon? I still think Theta has the most potential out of all the projects out there. What's my thoughts on Theta going forward? Yet again, cloud-based. I run an Edge node. I also run a Guardian node on Theta. Theta and Digibyte were the two that actually retired me this last cycle. Theta Edge Cloud release. I don't know. Is it on every TV? and that on Samsung and Sony TVs yet? Is the wallet there? Is the app there on that smart TV where I can just go to Theta TV? I don't think it is yet. I mean, will it one day? Could be. Don't know. But, something else, like with Reggie Middleton, again, on different other projects, anything beyond a layer 1 or basically a smart contract. So, like anything that has the transfer of value through a smart contract, both of those two things infringe on Reggie's patent. So, I don't know. But here again, it's not like it infringing is the death of such technology. That is going to be, that's a business deal is what that is. You have to pay for a license in order to use it. Just like if I wanted to, I don't know, if I wanted to do something with IBM or Xerox, I call it Xerox, but Xerox, Xerox. If I wanted to do, or Texas Instruments, whomever, and they wanted to dip their toe in the water within blockchain, but they wanted to do it in such a way that did infringe, that's a business deal. You have to pay for a license in order to use it. Same thing that goes on today within other technologies. I get that. The issue that I have, and Reggie Middleton has never answered my question, or two of my questions, but I can actually shoot holes into his ship with two different metrics. First off, he claims that the patent covers everything from 2013 when the application date is. Sorry, dude, but law does not work that way. Law states that they don't care when the application date is. And it is only when it is granted. Okay, think of it this way. Okay, if I get pulled over in my car, which I can't drive anyway, but just shits and giggles, right? If I get pulled over in my car and I tell the cop, well, I applied for the license, right? But, it doesn't matter. I still go to jail. I still got to pay a fine, to speak in front of the judge, all this other shit. What matters is if I have that license. That's what matters in law. Okay, same thing in business. You go to open up a business, you don't have a business license, you'll be crucified. Oh, well, I applied for the business license. Dude, that is fucking meaningless in law. That's the first hole in your ship that I have for you. But whatever. Look, best of luck, dude. Best of luck. We'll see when you go to court. And, in my opinion, your patent is a lifetime of lawsuits. Congratulations. But that's not the route I choose to go. And look, I'm a holder of Veritasium. I am. But, like I said, I can shoot holes in your ship, dude. Let's see. Did I answer that or not? Wait. Theta is most potential, but okay. Again, is Theta going to be a monopoly? I doubt it. You're going to have other big players come in, and Theta is just a fork of Ethereum. That's why it began as an ERC20 before it converted over. Everyone says to its own blockchain. No, it begins in 0x and it is still coded in Solidity. That is a fork of Ethereum. All right. Can't mine Digibyte with my regular laptop. Why not? Why not? Preach it, Dave. I don't mean to be preaching, but some things, it's like, I don't know, it's like we've lost the idea of cognitive thought and being able to see through other people's bullshit. So, what's good, Miss Joanna? But yeah, you can actually mine Digibyte. It depends on where you are. Like if you want to use, if you want to, you can actually use Skyne and run GPUs, and you can mine Digibyte that way. You can also use Unmineable. You can mine with your GPUs or your laptop, even your CPU. You can mine. And now, as far as CPU mining and whatnot on Digibyte, no, that does not exist yet. You got to get through 8.22 and Rosetta and DigiAssets implemented into Core Protocol. We also need Renzo to finish with the, I think he is finished with the desktop wallet. And then Johnny Law has created a DEX for Digibyte, so you'll be able to swap back and forth to other crypto, like probably Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Doge, and probably Bitcoin Cash. You know, whomever is compatible for, I would say, an atomic swap in that day. But so there's a lot more coming. But yes, ProgPow and also RandomX was a thing a few years ago that Script Skynet and I were actually, actually built a server with dual CPUs. It was the Intel ES 2690, I think. The one that was like $5,000 a piece, and I got two of them. And it's kind of like a Threadripper, where it's 16 cores, 32 threads each. I got two of them on that server, and it's not plugged in right now. I mean, I don't know. I might try Unmineable just to see what they do. I might actually try NiceHash with that just to see. But, you know, right now I'm trying to get the mining shed up and running and trying to get two houses rebuilt right now. So I'll cross that bridge when we get there. But as far as mining Digibyte on a regular laptop, excuse me, I think in that day, I think you'll be able to mine Digibyte with a cell phone. Kind of like what was that? It was some miner gate I see in my head where you could mine Monero from a cell phone or a laptop or any of that. So, but yeah, that's gonna be a little while out. A few things got to go on first. What's good, Shellfish? Happy Sunday to you too. So, let's see. On your regular, yeah, actually you can mine Digibyte on your regular laptop, but it takes an intermediary like that of Unmineable or NiceHash or something like that. But some of them, you have to be careful. The fees are just stupid. You could mine for one coin and then just swap it later if you want, but the fees are stupid on some of them, as well as like within the United States, you can only get paid out in Bitcoin unless you're abroad. I mean, overseas, not like a chick. But anyway. 71 people. What's good, y'all? So yeah, I just wanted to come out and put a little information out there for y'all. And any questions, just feel free at any time. I can actually send out a link if you want to join and ask questions, if you want. Put a link in the chat if you want. If you're live and want to ask questions or jump online with me, or we'll do it another time, doesn't matter. Or if you have other questions, more for like a one-on-one. And I'll say this, I do want to record it, because the reason why is it gets so damn repetitive whenever I speak to family and friends, and they ask the same questions over and over again. And at this point, I just want to record it, other people's questions, and be able to direct family and friends to those videos and say, here you go. Someone already asked this question. And instead of me having to sit down for 4 hours and go through different things with you, you can just listen to everything, all of your questions that you have. I have beat the crap out of crypto for years, and I've still yet to find a single flaw in it. You know, because yes, Moore's law is a thing. However, within cryptography and within computer science, aren't we always like just a little bit ahead, right? I mean, just a little. Let's see. How long would it take to mine, say, 10,000 digibyte, for example? Well, okay, so good question. My stogie went out. It depends, first off, which algorithm. On Scrypt, if you wanted to mine digibyte on Scrypt, I would advise against it. Honestly, it's not profitable unless you want to solo mine. And that depends on the type of equipment that you want to run on Scrypt. On SHA-256, to mine 10,000 digibyte, I really don't think it would take that long. However, there are also other ways to go about it. You could go to, like, if you have like old L3s laying around, old Scrypt miners, you can actually run Scrypt on litecoinpool.org is really good. And I've done well there. And I just set it up with an Exodus wallet. And so that way I can then, you know, yes, I'm merge mining Litecoin and Doge. However, I can take that and swap it for digibyte for much, much more than what I would get if I only mine digibyte on Scrypt. But stay tuned, because I plan on deploying the SHA-256 to the S19 J Pro 104 terahash, which I've migrated to 122 terahash. And then I can actually overclock that and overcool it as well. So stay tuned. You know, I'll have spreadsheets and all that to go through that shortly. But that's another thing. So with digibyte, it is a fork of that of Bitcoin and Litecoin. It being that those are two of the algorithms that are within it, 2 of the 5 algorithms. And you know, Bitcoin and Litecoin have a halving every 4 years. Well, digibyte actually, by the same protocol, has a halving every month. The block rewards decrease by 1% per month. So, you know, so that way you don't have this issue every 4 years of, you know, of such a supply shock. It's ongoing. And then I think it's the silent one that no one's paying attention to, because in the year 2035, it'll be all mined out. And then it must survive on the transaction costs. So we'll see. Let's see. So Dave, is digibyte your biggest holding out of all the projects you hold? I don't know the answer to that. Close. I'll say it's close. Right now I hold like 20 different assets, but let me think. It's close. It's in the top 4. I'll give it that. I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, all of this stuff changes daily. You know, I mean, changes by the minute. I'll say it this way. digibyte is my long-term hold. When I swing trade and I take profit from other coins, I do put that in a digibyte, but I'll also hold it in a different place until I see the price dip. Like I was telling everyone, you know, I'll be buying when it drops down to, you know, 0.0075. but yet it could drop down to 0.006. It did just that. So who saw that coming 2 years in advance? You know, well, I'll say this: Script Skynet saw that as well as I did, and you know, I miss the dude. I hope you're doing all right, Script. What's good, Ron? Let's see, just sharing from a birdie. Bitcoin Cash is the new Bitcoin, not financial advice. Look, I don't know. It could be. Could be. But here again, the hash rate just fell out the flipping bed. And hash rate determines that. So we got a long way to go before that day. Now, Bitcoin Cash, as stated earlier, did implement from Digibyte DigiShield Multi-Shield. And that means real-time difficulty adjustment. And that was the innovation of Digibyte. So, but here again, Bitcoin Cash is only SHA-256. And maybe go back and re-listen to what all I stated earlier about SHA-256 and BlackRock and all of this going on, and AI working on its own hardware and already trying to crack SHA-256, because that is their prize. They have wanted to shut Bitcoin down for years because it is their Achilles heel. It is the asset currently that escapes inflation. I've only since I got into crypto, what I thought was going to take me, I don't know, 15, 20 years of a dollar cost average, because I was basing it on previous markets. Suddenly, now I can say that it is no longer a fluke. I hit seven figures twice now. So to me, it's no longer a fluke. Yeah, but I had to work on me first and figure out a way that, being disabled, that I could take profit and not affect my Social Security or Medicare. So I formed a trust and donated all assets to the trust. So look, I own nothing and I am happy. I kind of feel like the Rocky movie where, this promoter, Don King kind of guy, was out there and, in front of Rocky's house, calling him out to fight this guy, Tommy Gunn or whatever. And, it's just, a guy says, touch me and I sue. And Rocky's like, fuck this jackass, and pops him, hits him with an uppercut. Dude goes flying in the air and he goes, sue me for what? So I don't know. I kind of think that I'm unsuable, actually. So all my assets are in the trust. You cannot garnish my wages. You can sue me, but the judge won't award you anything, because actually winning a lawsuit, you can sue for anything. You can. It's up to the judge whether, other damages are incurred and whatnot, and, whether or not it's legitimate or just thrown out of court, but you can sue anyone for anything. But like I said, I already look poor, but, because I own nothing and I am happy. That's just the way that the rich do it. And that's why I had to find a way back in the day. I mean, for me, Bitcoin and crypto was freedom for me. No one could tell me what I could own, what I could invest in, how much I could hold. Right? But yet I can't have more than $2,000 in any account combined, including my checking account. So I can't own a 401k. I can't have a Roth. I can't have this. I can't have that. But the trust can. Just saying. Let's see. Have I seen... I got to enlarge my screen, dude. Hold on. So in case y'all wondering how to enlarge your screen if you have eye problems or visually impaired or blind, on a PC, it comes standard now. So down at the bottom left of your keyboard, between Control and Alt, there is a Windows key. Press and hold that, and then press the plus symbol. You know, so by your number keypad, you can just press and hold the Windows key, and then plus and minus to zoom in and zoom out. So anyway, let's see. Have you seen what that guy's Toshi is doing, building I don't know, Digibyte wallets for Android and iPhone? Is he legit? I have no idea. I know that Jared is working on the iOS version. I don't know if he's working on Android, but yeah, years ago, I can see the dude's face in my head. The same dude that went with Laura to the Department of Homeland Security to give a presentation to Homeland Security on Digibyte blockchain. What was it? Noah. No. Seidman? Maybe I'm getting that confused with Spackman. I don't know. Anyway, but yeah, it was Noah back in the day who used to code and run the Digibyte Android and I think iOS as well. Is this other dude legit? I have no idea. For this question, I would post this question on Reddit, as well as I would post this question. If you want to find the latest and greatest, all the latest news on Digibyte, go sign up and go to Digibyte Discord. That's where all the information is. So everything you want to know about Digibyte or any questions, community members, just Joe C. Public, anyone can join and ask questions on the Digibyte forums. So hope to see y'all there. I'm there on Discord. I'm also there on I tried Telegram. Man, it's a bear for me being legally blind. You know, and trying to use a magnifier and then this and that, and then it times out. And, you know, it's kind of the same issue I have with different other hardware wallets. You know, it's like these other hardware wallets, it would be so simple and easy to just implement into your hardware wallet where like 2 fingers and spread them apart, you know, or triple tap. So that way then I can enlarge, you know, but, you know, to any one of those hardware wallets like Ellie Powell, you know, all of them, to every one of y'all should make it easier for, you know, whether someone is older and is visually impaired or legally blind. Man, that would mean a game changer for me. Because, you know, here recently we saw the Ledger get hacked. We also saw the Trezor get hacked. That's why I don't believe in proof. You know, nothing to me is proof in computer code. It's not. It's just, you know, anyway. Let's see, hour and 25 minutes, 73 people. What's good, guys? So just enjoying Sunday and, you know, wanted to go through a few things with Hash and SHA-256 and, you know, the Bitcoin halving is in, well, let's see. This is like the 3rd time the same damn stogie went out. I guess it's a good thing to talk instead of smoke, right? Excuse me. Where are you? Come on. Price chart. Difficulty chart. Where'd it go? Mining hardware halving. There we are. All right. And of course you can't see that. So I have to go back. Yeah, I stopped sharing screens. Let me go to Brave tab and what are we on? Yes. Good. Very good. All right. 12 days, 35 minutes left. I think is popcorn time. Let's see. Will it say what is the? It's mining having Bitcoin mining calculator. Let's see. Let's see. Mining hash rate. Let's just put in 122. Power consumption in watts. I actually lowered it, but it's like 3,000 watts. It was like 32 or 33 or something like this. Electricity costs. This is what's going to kill me, but instead, it's 12 cents a kilowatt hour where I'm located. I mean, just welcome to the USSA, right? Full maintenance fee. I'm going to just leave this at 0. No, let me do 1%. Just to... Let's see. Calculate mining profit. Mining revenue, $12.75. Electricity costs. So there it is. I mean, basically breaking even, right? Revenue at $12.75 minus electric costs. I make $3.98 per day on a machine that used to cost 10 grand or 10 or 12 grand. But let's see the difference, right? Let's go to 200 terahash at 3,500 watts. The same electric costs, same pool fee. Let's see. So with the S21, I'd be making $10.61. Again, cut that in half in 12 days. What are miners going to do? Either price must go up or mining will migrate. It's either or. Your choice. Antminer S21. I don't know. Be a little leery of some of these guys selling equipment like Miner Bros. There's one that's like a takeoff. It's like one is like Miner Bros, the other one is like Miner Bro. You know, so be careful. You know, maybe go around to like VoskCoin on YouTube or Red Panda Mining. Those people already have affiliate links for all of this kind of stuff. I do not, so I cannot share with you where to go to pick up mining equipment. You know, especially like an S21. I mean, and that seems super cheap for an S21 at $7,600. I just, and 335 terahash. I don't know. Is that the immersion S21? I don't know. Because 335 terahash, those units only came out with like 200 terahash. So, just saying. Bitcoin profit margin at 50%. Well, again, what happens in a couple of days? Well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's go over here. Oof, excuse me. Let's say 100 terahash instead of 200. So that $10 figure, 100 terahash. Would that throw the metric off if I change this to 7,000? Let's just see. 100 terahash at 3,500 watts. Let's just find out. Yeah. So your mining profit is 27 cents a day. You make 20 cents on a $10,000 to $12,000 miner just 2 years ago. right? So what do you think's going to happen? Well, that would actually be the S21 at the halving. You'd be only be earning 27 cents a day. That's it. So what happens in just a couple days? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm screaming. 76 people. What's good? I've read that if I mine Digibyte with my regular laptop, then I may not generate much Digibyte, and I'll be left with a large electric bill. From a laptop? Dude, that ain't but 50 watts of power. 60 at worst on a laptop. I would use a laptop in a pool. So, depending on your CPU and depending upon your graphics, don't know. Again, if, or not if, but when, after all the other upgrades on Digibyte, and including ProgPow and Random X, you might be more profitable, and that is correct. You may. I would suggest maybe going to like Unmineable with it and seeing what it'll automatically generate for you as far as a profit guesstimation. Same thing with NiceHash, just to see what you can mine, and then convert it for Digibyte. But yeah, I mean, mining is so far past a laptop these days. I mean, everyone's got GPUs. I mean, they'll have like, I don't know, 10, 20 of them on a server. And same thing with CPU mining. So, I mean, I don't know. Is your laptop like an i7 or an i9 CPU? Or a Ryzen 9? At least a Ryzen 7? I don't know. I mean, it depends on your whole configuration. I mean, if you're talking a regular laptop that was $300 at Best Buy 10 years ago, no, dude. No, it ain't worth it. I would suggest probably MinerGate at that time, at that point. So anyway, I'm gonna take a break for a sec. I'm gonna go grab something to drink. 77 people. What's good? Let's see. Let me try to share this other screen right quick, just to take it back to Brave tab. And where did you go? Thank you very much. No, that's not what I want to share. Y'all would just get like a mirror screen all the way through. Calculator hash rate. Where the hell did it go? Did I close it off? Wait. There it is. Let me fix this first. All right. I. You all right? I'm fine. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. All right, so I'm going to mute and crank the music up just a little bit. Or maybe not. I might just leave the music where it's at. But I'll be right back. I'm going to just go grab something to wet my whistle.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
Oh my God, that feels so good. Oh yeah. Oh, slow down. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Oh my God. Oh yeah. Play with my balls. Play with my balls. Oh, that feels so good. Yeah, just roll them around. They're so good. Oh my God. I love it when you. Uh-oh, slow down. Don't move. I'll go get you a towel.
Alright, I'm back, guys. Just playing around a bit. I had to have a little bit of fun. Let me turn the music back down just a hair. What was it? 21. Alright. Music's down to 21. And let's get back to comments. Let's see. So what's good, man? Ask a comment or ask a question. Ask a comment. 78 people. What's good? Hour and 40 minutes. Look, if y'all want a link in the stream, just ask. I'll invite you in. If you want to be live with me, or at a later date, either way. So if you want more of like a one-on-one to ask questions, I welcome that. For anyone, I don't care how simple the question is or how complex. Like I said before, if I don't know, I'll tell you I don't know. Ain't no shame in this game. I'm gonna break it down and beg like James, please. No. Give me that donkey butt and them big old legs. I ain't too hard to beg. Ain't no shame in this game. Let's see. Let's get back over here. All right, Bitcoin. Let's go see. Right now, 69,000. Big yawn. Like I said, it's either got to go parabolic right now, or mining migrates. Your choice. I wanted to see more of what. I can't zoom in on the chart. Not on this chart. I wish I could. I gotta learn like Trading View or something like that. So I'm not sure what Dub used the other day. But again, this is just price. You know? This is not hash. You know? Follow the hash. Follow the white rabbit. Let's see, where is it? 354. I remember buying it at like 120. How long ago was that? Maybe it was 220. Because I didn't think it was. Well, that's February. This is April. Duh. January. Year to date. I thought it was on 1 year. I'm like, what the shit? Oh, come on. I remember buying it at around 120, so I remember this jump up because I had sold a decent bag of Bitcoin Cash at that time. Then I rolled it into Verge, and then Verge doubled on top of it. And then I moved that into Tezos at like, I don't know what price, $1 maybe, something like that, into Tezos. And I achieved another goal. You know, as far as monetary value, yeah, it might have gone down. Let's go say Tezos might have gone down, but I mean, I still achieved the goal. So that's what I wanted. I didn't want the dollar. I wanted the crypto. I didn't want the dollar. Let's see, Tezos. Where am I at? 1 week? No. Let's go to 1 year. I remember 69 cents. Kind of hard to forget that number. Like trying to get a fat chick off of you. Get off, I can't breathe. No, I probably shouldn't have just said that, but whatever. So let's see. And it went to a high of what? $1.58. Does it show that above? No data available. I just, you know, I was in a Tezos ICO years ago, like 2017 or was it 16? It was right near like Populous and Veritasium and what was the other one? Polkadot. I mean, I was in a lot of ICOs, and Polkadot back then in the ICO, everyone like lost their funds at that point. So, yeah, and then everyone bought Polkadot later. Here's another one I wish I owned, Cardano, now at 58 cents. I remember Cardano sitting there forever at 2 cents. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. You know, SHA-256. What a call that was. From $600 to $3,600 on Maker. Where is LCX? 37 cents. Thank you, Steak. Steak called LCX at 2 cents. So what is that? Man, congratulations, anyone who got in when Steak mentioned that like 3 years ago. Threefold. Half of a cent. Brace for impact. Let's brace for impact. Let's go take a look. See. How much volume do y'all have anyway? Can't see it. $600 in volume. $192. I mean, so I can't even throw $1,000 at DGMV. I'd move the entire market with $1,000. And that's the other thing with all these other coins. You know, you're what's the liquidity of it? So anywho, let me get back over here. 82 people. What's good? Well, post a comment. Post a comment or a question. Either way, your choice. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and shut her down here in about 12 minutes. We're at an hour and 48 minutes so far. And I would say the first 15 to 20 minutes is the most relevant. So to go through and go see the hash rates, and just something that I'm watching right now, and I don't hear anyone else bringing it to light. So thought I would. So cheers. But anyway, for anyone who's just tuned in, 81 viewers, that's good. I'll get back and I'll start showing this again, just so that way you don't have to go all the way back to the beginning. All right, let's go to Bitcoin. Bitcoin hash. And this is from coinwars.com. 746 exahash, and that is everyone's refuge right now, because it was down around 500 exahash, 520 exahash after the Bitcoin Cash halving. Let's see. So that, I think, is where all the hash is migrated to right now, and is just hanging out in Bitcoin until, 12 days? So right now, Bitcoin Cash hash rate is back up to 2.69, but it was down to like 1.2. 1.19 is what I show here as a low, but I saw it at like 1.2 for a little bit. Exahash, and it came down from 8 exahash. That's my point. So after the halving of Bitcoin Cash, everyone has sought refuge in Bitcoin. And let's go to Digibyte on SHA-256. Digibyte went from 80. Right now it's at 102 petahash, which is 1,000 petahash is 1 exahash, just so you know. But Digibyte went from 80 petahash to like 140 the other day. And that's so from 80 to 100 is still a decent jump on Digibyte. It's only one algorithm of 5, which is SHA-256. So I think several people, either not I think so. Several people just unplugged their miners, some of which have migrated to Digibyte. Others have migrated, the majority have migrated to Bitcoin. But what happens in 12 days, 35 minutes, I think is what it was. Let's see. Actually, it's up here. No. Bitcoin halving. 12 days and 6 minutes. So, we shall see. Get your popcorn ready. 82 people, what's good? Any other questions? I'm getting ready to shut it down. Questions, comments? Last call. I'm away for comments and whatnot, but look, y'all like and share this stream. Go back and also take a listen to the video that I did with Stake and with Dub Digital. I don't know, last week. It was one that was just myself, Dub, and Stake on SHA-256, the migration. So y'all go back, take a look at that. Share that video everywhere, because I don't see anyone else discussing this. I've heard a couple of people as of recent, but it's like, are y'all like one of the 81 or whatever listening to me? No fault, no shame in that game. I don't care. I just want the information out there. Take it and run with it. This is out here for anyone to come and take a look at. I don't care who repeats it, resays it, takes clips from any of the work that I've done here, I don't care about any of that, dude. To me, it's about the information. That's it. That is it. And I've, all these other bigwigs out there, they seem to just be spouting the same bullshit. Number go up, number go up. Well, what about the hash? That's kind of like a big deal in blockchain. Hash rate matters. The miners dictate. So yeah, y'all start asking questions to all your favorite YouTubers. Why is no one discussing the halving, but in hash rate? Discuss what happens to the hash rate and what that means for your number go up. Ask them those questions, because I've yet to hear anyone else break it down. Anyway, I don't see any more questions. I'm going to just let the music play for a little bit, and I'm going to enjoy a stogie, and then I'm going to end it if there are no more comments. So, look, I've enjoyed. I want to thank y'all for showing up. Y'all tune into us every Thursday. We have a show on X or Twitter, and also here on YouTube, and I broadcast across many platforms. But we have a show called Let's Hash It Out. Y'all tune in. It's every Thursday, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. London. Wish y'all the best, man. Y'all go make it a day. Later, yo.